Hi guys, today we're doing BFDI, Brain versus Brawn versus Beauty, as suggested by Rainbow Piggy Gold Piggy. Um, Now I would like to quickly go over why I picked who I did for these teams. First of all, we got Brain, so obviously golf ball, tennis ball. They're the nerds. Basketball is also a nerd, and then I picked remote and TV because they're mechanical minds, and I like them. And TV is a TV, and then I picked Tree. And he just seems intelligent. He's probably the least smart out of the team, but he's more brain than anything else, so he's on Brain. Then we have Brawn. We have obviously Snowball, Blocky, and Eraser. We also have Dora because Dora. We also have Pillow because Pillow, and we have Lightning because and Flying. And then on Beauty we have Flower, Lollipop, Book, Match. I don't know. Flower because Ruby said so. Lollipop because everyone seems to simp over this girl. Book because I don't know, and Match because I feel like she perceives herself as such. And then we have Loser because why else would everyone like him? And then we have Fiery because he's hot. Get it? Anyway, so ooh, an ad. Get that out of here. It zooms in with the ad. It just... Hold on. If I zoom out... There we go. Now the ad's under my camera. So we're going to spin. Brawn is the first team up for elimination. Which would make sense given their team. Maybe it's more of an intelligence-based challenge or something. Or, yeah. But anyway, they're up for elimination. These three are obviously going to immediately band together. They're a quick alliance, and so these three are gonna, not out of liking each other, but more out of necessity, team together. But I ultimately think this group is not gonna last. I think these three are gonna perceive Lightning as someone they can use, so they're gonna keep Lightning around for now, which means it's one of the girls. So I think people see Dora as a bit of a weird person, a bit of a wild card, a bit of a loose cannon, if you will. I think she's at serious risk, and the reason I think she's at extra risk is because Snowball would love Pillow. Dora is eliminated. Brawn loses again. This time, I think they're gonna be like, okay, fine, we'll cut our losses, we'll get rid of Lightning. Brawn loses for the third time in a row. Well, boys, we're going for the last one. Pillow's out. Now, we can't lose again. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. This is just how it's rolling. Okay. Oh no, bro. We're totally screwed. So, I think Eraser would nobly sacrifice himself. And finally, Brawn wins the challenge. Beauty is up for elimination. We'll assume everyone's forgiven Loser for his lying. I think Match and Lollipop, I feel like they would create the alliance. I don't think Book would want to be involved. I think Book and Fiery might actually get along. I don't know why, I just feel like they're a good pairing. And I think Loser would go with Fiery as well, because they're the losers. Fiery, even though Loser lied, he sticks with Loser anywhere. And I actually think Flower, having that history with Lollipop on BFB post-split, would stick with them. So we would end up with Flower, Lollipop, and Match versus Loser, Fiery, and Book. I think ultimately, though, this alliance would not last very long. I think they'd kind of collapse in on themselves. I think there would be too much bickering between Match and Lollipop over who gets to lead, and ultimately Match and Lollipop would start voting for each other. These guys would take the opportunity. They'd say, I think Lollipop's the biggest liability. No, actually, here's how I think it would go. I think Book would want Match gone, but I think Fiery, I feel like Fiery kind of likes Match. I feel like because Fire and Matches sort of go together, and that was a whole thing, they were almost kind of setting that up in the original BFDI, but it never went anywhere. So in mine, it's going to go somewhere. Fiery and Match, they're kind of chill. They've also both got that kind of personality, you know. So I think that would actually cause a rift in this team. I think Book would want to vote out Match because of their history, and Fiery would want to vote out Lollipop. And I think Loser, having been in BFB with Lollipop, BFB post-split with Lollipop, not on the same team, but as competing teams, Loser knows how strong Lollipop is, says, we keep her around this round, if we're up for elimination again, then we get rid of her. But for now, we get rid of Match. And Fiery, unfortunately unable to do anything, has to comply with his team, and Match is eliminated. Oh dear. Because there's just 2 people left on this team, they battle it out to see who's going to be more successful. It's an obstacle course in which ultimately Blocky's agility comes out on top. Snowball's eliminated. Blocky, as the final member of Brawn, is moved to Beauty, and the Brawn team is gone. And now that there's 6 people eliminated and 12 people still in, it's time for the first rejoin. So we have them all here. Spin it. Whoever it lands on rejoins. It lands on Lightning. Congratulations, Lightning. You're back in the game, and you will be joining Brain. So Brain now has 7 members, and they started with 6. And they're about to be up 2, because Beauty's up for elimination again. I think Fiery's going to rush over. Immediately try to get Blocky in the crew. Blocky's going to be like, well, I suppose if I have no other choice, I'll join you. You're kind of cool anyway, and I like Loser because he's a cube like me, so I'll stick with you. But I think, actually, at this point, Book would be like, I don't know if I want to stick with that group. We're just too divided at this point. That's what Book sounds like. And I think Book would actually join Flower and Lollipop. Now that Match is out of the picture, it doesn't matter. She would join them. So it's a guys versus girls situation. And I do think people would still perceive Book now as the weakest link. So I think these 3 would go for Book, and these 2 would maybe be inclined to go for Book as well, because she's the newbie. She's the new member of the Alliance. And I think that's the end of Book's story. And Beauty loses again. Now the boys have the majority. But Loser, he hears little whisperings into, hey, I just realized all of these people were in post-split. Loser hears whisperings in his ear. He goes over, he says, huh? What's this? Hey, Loser, you should join us and kick out Fiery, because think about it. Fiery is a total veteran. He knows what he's doing. He's totally cracked at this game. If we let him get much further, he'll most certainly win. Well, I suppose you're right, but I kind of like Fiery. He'll no doubtedly pick Blocky over you. Really? You think that? I know that. I heard him saying it earlier. Oh, jeez. I guess I gotta get rid of him. And so they vote out Fiery. Oh my god! Whatever. Now that the teams are so unbelievably uneven, 7 on this team, 3 on this team, what's that add up to? 10? 2 members of Brain are gonna join Beauty. The first member joining is TV. TV joins Beauty. And the other one is Tree, who also joins Beauty. Okay, moving on. Finally Brain loses. What spins was that? It took 10 spins. This is episode 10. Brain has only just now lost. Okay. Brain, obviously, golf ball, tennis ball sticking together. They're never gonna split. But I think, Lightning has been on the team for a couple episodes. He's probably pretty well induced. I think him being electricity, he's going to work with the one other electrical member of the team, which is Remote. Basketball's going to have to pick sides. I know basketball and golf ball have a bit of a history. They don't get along the best. I think basketball's going to side, ultimately, with Lightning, despite the fact golf ball and tennis ball are by far the most intelligent people, especially golf ball. I think they're ultimately going to do that, and I think because they realize how smart golf ball is, they're going to eliminate tennis ball. Which won't make golf ball happy, but what are you going to do? Next, Beauty loses. Now, these two are not in a good position, because if you notice, these 3 are aligned, but I think they're going to see Tree as more useful simply because he has arms, and he's sort of nicer, and people just generally like him better. I think TV is unfortunately going to go here. We're in the final 8, and I think it's time for another rejoin. Whoever it lands on, that's who rejoins, and it lands on Blocky. Welcome back to the game, Blocky. You'll be joining Team Brain, because I think that's way funnier. So Blocky's on Brain. Let's spin it, and Team Brain happens to lose. Golf Ball knows she needs the numbers. She goes over to Blocky, says, Blocky, you're joining me, you're sticking with me, you're doing nothing but working with me until those 3 are all gone. Capiche? Blocky says, fine, jeez. Then, Golf Ball goes up to Basketball, says, listen, Basketball, I don't know how to... Okay, listen, think strategically here. I know you don't like me, but Remote and Lightning have a bond that has never been seen before on this show, right? They're best friends, okay? You get rid of me and Blocky. Who do you think's next? It's not Lightning. It's not Remote. It's you. You have to vote with us on this one. We're voting out Lightning. Okay? Geez, Golf Ball. Fine. And trust me, Basketball. I'll pick you over Blocky any day. He didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. Fine. I'll vote for Lightning. Atta girl. Or something. She'd say that, I think. Lightning is out, making Blocky the only remaining member of the original Brawn team, and he was the first time as well. Now it's time for Beauty to lose a member, and I think it's pretty obvious on this team who's going. That's right, Flower. Why, you may ask? Why not Tree? As the outsider? Well, I'll tell you why. Loser. Yeah. We got rid of Fiery because he was a winner and he was a threat. Yeah. So, let's get rid of Flower. The other winner. Oh. You drive a hard bargain. And, listen, Tree's an idiot, okay? we can... It'll be you and me. You and me in the finale, loser. Oh, jeez. That is such an honor. I'm honored. You'd vote for Flower. Okay. Tree, vote for Flower. Okay. So they vote for Flower. And Brain will be losing one more member. I stick to my word. But, here's the thing. Yeah? I want to let you decide who we go for this round. Blocky or remote? Oh, wow. Thanks, Golf Ball. Wow. Just pick someone. Oh, yeah. Well, we better go for remote. I'm sure she wants revenge on us for getting rid of Lightning, and we couldn't possibly go for Blocky now. We'd lose an ally. Yes, I agree. Remote it is. So they get rid of remote. Now it's the final 6, and it's time for the merge. Congratulations to Loser, Loser, Lollipop, Tree, Basketball, Golf Ball, and Blocky for making it to the merge. But they won't be the only people to make the merge. We're having one more rejoin. Whoever it lands on, that person comes back to the game. And it lands on Pillow. Pillow is back. Congratulations, Pillow. You skipped half the game and you got eliminated like 3rd or 2nd and skipped straight to the finale. Not the finale, but the final 7. Whoever it lands on, that person is the winner of this episode. Blocky has won himself immunity. Cannot be voted off. He brings his alliance up here. Okay, as the winner of immunity, I get to call the shots. Yeah, sure, yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's what I know. Pillow was on my team back in Brawn, and she's crazy. She's just a straight up psychopath. I think the sooner we get her out, the quicker. Maybe, okay. Next round, we get her out, okay? Next round, yes. But for this round, who do you want to go for? Oh, I hadn't thought that far ahead. I like Loser because he's a cube like me. I don't really like the other two. Lollipop, yeah. But we need to convince the others. We need to convince one other person to vote for Lollipop. Pillow, are you gonna vote for Lollipop?
No.
Loser, are you gonna vote for Lollipop? No. Tree, are you gonna vote for Lollipop?
Nah.
You know, Lollipop, they're gonna vote for you. What? I won't stand for this. The 4 of us, we must all unite in our elimination of Golf Ball. She's too smart. Yeah, alright. Okay. So these 3 vote for Lollipop. These 3 vote for Golf Ball. Who does Pillow vote for? Why? Why'd you even have to ask? Pillow, indubitably, votes for herself for no reason to stir chaos. There's a tiebreaker between Lollipop and Golf Ball. Let's do this. Whoever it lands on, that person is eliminated. Spin it. Golf Ball loses the tiebreaker, is eliminated from the competition. And that would probably be her face when it happened. Wow. This is crazy. Alright. With Golf Ball gone, this alliance feels a lot smaller and doesn't have its linking member. And Lollipop wins immunity. Oh yeah, because no one messes with the Pop. That's what she calls herself now. The Pop. Loser, we're friends, right? Yeah. You're a cube. Yeah. We should stick together. Yeah. You're not gonna vote with Lollipop, right? No. Good. Basketball, you're still in my alliance. Sure, whatever. Okay, great. We are gonna vote. We are gonna vote for... Oh, geez. Hey, did you notice? There's the final 6, right? It has 2 members from each original team left on it, I think. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, it's got Lollipop and Loser from Beauty. It's got me and Tree from Brain, and it's got you and Pillow from Brawn. That's crazy. We should try to keep. Oh, okay. Well, actually, and we're all from. Okay, we should try to make us the final three. Yeah. 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 Um. So who you want to go for? Well, it would be an honor if I was the last member of Brain. I think I want to go for Tree. Yeah. 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 So these three are gonna vote for Tree. Hey guys, did you know that we're all one member from one of the original teams, and so is that that other three? I thought Loser was on our alliance. Yeah, apparently not anymore. Yeah, okay, should we vote for him? Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna stop that bit now. So, Loser versus Tree, another tiebreaker. This time, Loser, Tree. Whoever it lands on, that person's out. Oh snap, Loser, in a shocking turn of events, wins the tiebreaker, and Tree is eliminated. That is freaking crazy. So now, that's crazy. And Basketball's all like, oh yeah, I'm the last member of the original Brain team. And Tree's out. This time, the winner of immunity is Pillow. Oh no, Pillow totally just won immunity. Should we go for Lollipop? Yeah, 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 yeah. I said I'd stop that bit, sorry. Loser, I seem to recall us having a finale agreement. Yeah, so you're gonna vote for Blocky now. Fine. What? Loser, are you betraying the alliance? Yeah. What? And Blocky's out. So now, we're down to the final four. We've got two. We've got two from the original Beauty team, one from the original Brain team, one from the original Brawn team. With Blocky gone. And the winner of immunity is Lollipop. Well, I was hoping I'd win that one. Oh, Loser, don't worry. We have a finale alliance agreement. Hey, announcer, host person, is it a 2 or a 3-person finale? It's a 3-person finale. Okay, we have to go for Pillow. Yeah, no rejoin is in the finale. Yeah. So Pillow's out. So now, it's the finale. And we have Lollipop from Beauty, Loser from Beauty, and Basketball from Brain. And all these eliminated contestants who are going to vote. What's this garbage? So, we've got Lollipop. Have I been spelling Lollipop wrong? That is not how you spell Lollipop. We have got Loser, and we have got Basketball. So, Dora votes for Lollipop. Eraser votes for Loser. Match votes not for Lollipop because they had their falling out. For Basketball. Snowball votes for Loser. Book votes for Lollipop, I think. Fiery votes for Loser. Tennis Ball votes for Basketball. TV votes for Basketball. Lightning votes for Lollipop. Flower votes for Lollipop. Remote votes for Basketball. Golf Ball votes for Basketball. Tree votes for Loser. Blocky votes for Loser. And Pillow, potentially the deciding vote. Pillow votes for Hmm. Pillow. Well, I don't think Pillow's going to vote for Lollipop because Pillow betrayed her. So it's a question of if she's going to vote for loser or basketball to decide who wins the game. And I think Pillow is going to vote for basketball. So congratulations, basketball. You are the winner. You come first place. Loser in second place. Fitting. And Lollipop in third place. If you disagree with this final order in any way, feel free to tell me in the comments. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe.